The United States, originally surprised and concerned about China's rapidly advancing technological strength, has once again reacted quickly with a powerful weapon of its own. A potent weapon capable of causing significant damage to even the most sophisticated and streamlined weapons of warfare from other nations. As the ongoing conflict between these two advanced nations persists without a clear resolution, the global community observes with anticipation, eager to see who would emerge victorious and gain insights from their remarkable advancements. This circumstance has led to some inquiries. What is the capacity of the United States weapon? Is it truly capable of overpowering other weapons? Within a few moments, join us as we uncover the characteristics of the American aircraft that has covertly neutralized the Chinese nuclear space weapon. Since China revealed its testing of a new weapon that surprised the United States, American military specialists have expressed worries about China's progress and their efforts in developing a new type of weapon. This disclosure has prompted the United States to convene a meeting at the Pentagon, where the U.S. Secretary of Defense discusses China's space missile, known as a fractional orbital bombardment system. China's military sent a facility outfitted with a nuclear weapon into low Earth orbit. This weapon is largely feared due to its secrecy and the challenge of intercepting and destroying it, which is related to its fractional orbital bombardment method. The recent advancements in China's weaponry have greatly hindered the ability to ascertain the target's whereabouts or anticipate its trajectory, in contrast to traditional missiles that can be identified and intercepted beforehand. To protect itself from such an unknown danger, the United States has created a weapon that has beyond expectations, despite the initial difficulties it encountered in its development. Thanks to the collaboration between the Pentagon and Elon Musk, the United States has developed a satellite with the ability to detect and eliminate targets located thousands of miles away. This impressive piece of technology is known as the James Webb Space Telescope. Before disregarding the James Webb Space Telescope as merely another arbitrary telescope, it is important to acknowledge that this impressive technological feat includes formidable attributes. This unique device has strong features that can aim and destroy FOBs. To obtain additional information regarding the capabilities of the telescope, it is necessary to revisit the period when it was created. During that time, NASA aimed to develop something distinct from rockets. They were focused on creating a space weapon as early as 1965. During that period, scientists proposed various concepts, including the creation of a high-range cannon equipped with a microwave that could be sent into space using a satellite. Scientists put this initial concept into practice, leading to the well-known railgun. However, it lacked the functionalities that NASA desired. It lacked sufficient power to shoot down a target in space successfully. They then proceeded to consider another scientist's proposal, which ultimately proved to be the ideal choice. The Hubble Space Telescope, originally developed without weaponry, was designed to evaluate the structure and explore the various capabilities of space exploration, establishing it as a pioneering innovation. Fortunately, Hubble passed the exam successfully. NASA subsequently classed it as a research telescope and retained it in orbit. However, NASA had different perspectives in mind. And based on the positive outcome of their second idea, they realized that their goal was achievable. Therefore, they concluded that it was the appropriate moment to create a new telescope. In collaboration with the Pentagon, NASA chose teams at the Spaceflight Center and sent invitations to other military businesses, including Lockheed Martin, to work on the project. The project led to the creation of the James Webb Telescope. The James Webb Telescope has various impressive features and technologies. The James Webb Telescope exceeds the Hubble telescope in precision due to its mirrors, cameras, and 10 times more powerful sensors. Additionally, they possess remarkable powers in the infrared spectrum, and these infrared sensors can detect and monitor objects even in the presence of clouds, dust, and other barriers, making them difficult to conceal. Given the capabilities of this telescope, the United States has no reason to be concerned about identifying and neutralizing any fractional orbital ballistic missiles that may be targeted toward its area. It is also provided as a wonderful chance for intellect. Most crucially, there is no need to utilize radar to identify an unfamiliar airborne entity, as it is now feasible to examine virtually every object on Earth, regardless of its location. The sensitivity and resolution of the new telescope are impressive and remarkable. There is also formal information regarding its skills. The individuals who participated in the creation of the telescope mentioned that it is highly capable of detecting a small item that is more than 370 miles away. This provides numerous opportunities for the James Webb Telescope to collaborate with military sites. The B-21 stealth bomber would also be a great companion for this telescope, as it is highly elusive and possesses a potent nuclear capacity. Nevertheless, the radar system's limited efficacy may put the entire mission at risk by raising the chances of being detected. The telescope assists in addressing the issue of accuracy by transmitting accurate data regarding the specific areas that require targeting to the B-21 bomber. Moreover, the bomber can deploy several bombs that can reach speeds ranging from 1,000 to 860 miles per hour. The satellite and bomber rely on the internet system to coordinate, which guarantees accurate coordinates without any mistakes. This joint endeavor involving the telescope and the stealth bomber can neutralize all of China's strategic intentions. Nevertheless, there remains the issue of their FOB space system, which is located over 250 miles above the Earth's surface, since a bomber is unable to reach that altitude. To address this issue, two businesses, SpaceX and Lockheed Martin, collaborated to enhance the James Webb Telescope with offensive capabilities. This resulted in a rather high development cost. The Hubble telescope was created at a cost of approximately $2. $6 billion, which is less expensive in comparison to the $10 billion spent on developing the James Webb Telescope. A significant part of this cash was allocated to the development of a new weapon known as the limiter laser system. The limiter laser system has several parallels with the prior Lockheed Martin research called the laser weapon system, but it also has numerous good features. While the previous system was essentially a laser used in combat that could melt metal, the limiting system gets its capacity from its name. It restricts the powers of its target in a highly uncommon manner. The mirrors of the telescope gather solar energy in an internal storage where it builds up similar to a battery charge. Once sufficient energy is collected, the sharp edge of the satellite emits a laser beam toward the desired objective. Upon impact, the beam significantly increases the temperature of the target. This can result in the malfunction of the electronics or lead to significant issues. The Chinese keychain system is not immune to this advancement because space satellites can only withstand extremely low temperatures, not high ones. Therefore, this has provided a resolution to counteract the Chinese concern, since the James Webb Telescope is now capable of detecting foreign objects with its very accurate sensors and disabling them with its laser weapon, making the foreign objects ineffective. This is the primary rationale for constructing a costly telescope such as James Webb. However, it is not the sole creation capable of withstanding threats from adversaries. Another contender for the position of a space weapon is the SR-72 Dark Starfighter aircraft. Due to its body's ability to endure extreme weights and temperatures of up to 750 degrees Fahrenheit, which happen during entry into Earth's orbit, the Black Star can reach a height of 20 miles. Therefore, the final task is to equip the fighter with long-range missiles, which will destroy the enemy satellites. Another, less conventional type of such a weapon is the HARP installation in Alaska. Scientists claim that this is merely a scientific station, yet an ion beam source of this magnitude can generate remarkably focused radiation. Now we just need to aim it towards the enemy satellites, and their sensors will quickly be destroyed. The United States is progressively developing different kinds of weaponry designed for space defense. Nevertheless, the James Webb Telescope remains the most potent and versatile. We can only speculate on how the Chinese government will respond to this. Perhaps they will modify their high-speed, long-range missiles, which go a distance of 7,500 miles, to have sufficient range to intercept the satellite. Nevertheless, in this situation, the United States will also implement measures to safeguard the telescope and dismantle the launch silos with the assistance of B-21. However, as is customary, China does not wait for the United States to develop its defensive system in reaction to the creation of a weapon for which it lacks a defense. Before China invented another impressive creation that would challenge the United States, it also initiated the development of its laser weaponry. And based on appearances, they don't plan to stop there. Workshops around the country are currently developing Chinese hypersonic missiles, sixth-generation fighter jets, and laser weaponry. Their high-speed missiles are already extremely advanced because they can carry both conventional and nuclear warheads. They are undoubtedly the most unstoppable missiles on the Earth today. One of these missiles is the DF-17, which is a medium-range ballistic missile equipped with a hypersonic glide vehicle and has a range of 1,000 meters. The YJ-21 is a missile that can fly at speeds ranging from Mach 6 to Mach 10 and has a maximum range of 930 miles. This specific missile is in the process of becoming the first hypersonic missile to be deployed on a ship. The newest member of China's hypersonic missile arsenal is the DF-27. It has a maximum distance of 3,000 to 5,000 meters. Thus, it can hit targets at any range. This missile, which can target important United States locations in the Asia-Pacific region, has been in use for almost 4 years. As per Military Insider, the intermediate-range ballistic missile, which has not been formally disclosed, was deliberately kept confidential following the public display of its predecessor, the DF-17, during the National Day military parade in Beijing in 2019. An unidentified insider disclosed that the DF-27 was operational before to 2019, but was concealed by the People's Liberation Army to preserve its strategic edge. The DF-27 missile, which is intended for different warheads and equipped with a hypersonic glide vehicle, has similarities with the DF-17 and the DF-21D, which is also referred to as an aircraft carrier destroyer. In addition, laser weapons can also be installed on this aircraft. China is among the few nations that have undertaken the endeavor of building such weapons, and they have demonstrated their ingenuity in scientific advancement. Recently, Chinese researchers announced that they have successfully created a cooling mechanism that allows high-energy lasers to remain operational without reaching temperatures as high as those of the sun. If China can develop laser weapons with sufficient power output and compact size to be installed on fighter jets, this innovative cooling system could enable continuous shooting and extensive destruction. The laser guns might thus become the most potent non-nuclear weapon on Chinese jets. And not just due to an unlimited magazine, but also because of the incredible advantages associated with the functioning of lasers. Lasers are a type of light energy, the unseen energy in their radiation. Once at a sufficient altitude and concentration, it can identify a target from a great distance and at an extremely fast pace. This indicates that a laser travels at a velocity of almost 18,000 miles per second, making it the swiftest entity in the cosmos. Therefore, no drone or fighter can match the level of damage that high-energy laser weaponry may inflict. These weapons are also resistant to the difficulties encountered by kinetic weapons, such as wind and gravity. Thus, the weapon does not need to use its energy on these external conditions, allowing it to run efficiently and indefinitely. If a laser weapon is linked to a power supply, like a fighter's engine, and includes a cooling mechanism to avoid getting too hot, it can fire continuously. Since laser guns only need power to function, they are relatively inexpensive to employ. The choice of laser weapon would rely on the power level accessible to the warrior. Less powerful lasers could disable smaller missiles or impair sensors, but more powerful lasers can penetrate larger missiles and fighter jets, rendering them inoperable in the air. However, even if China is determined to own the most advanced and lethal weapon, American laser weapons are still considered among the top inventions. The United States has been continuously developing laser weapons for a significant period and is currently the most advanced in terms of having fighter jet-mounted laser weapons. Nevertheless, despite all the benefits in the world, laser weapons have the drawback of being intricate and highly fragile. Up to this point, no nation has successfully developed a functional laser weapon for use on fighter aircraft. These laser weapons in the air need to be both strong and dependable, and also able to handle the challenges of high-performance flight. It also needs the capacity to produce and store a large amount of electricity. The laser beams weaken as they travel through the atmosphere, even if that is accomplished. When targets enter the clouds, laser beams do not have enough strength to eliminate them. In response to these challenges, the U.S. responded by engaging major American weapons manufacturers such as Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman to develop a robust and small laser system that can be used on airplanes. There were encouraging findings from the study as early as 2002, which led to the development of the Y-1, an aerial laser installed on a modified Boeing 747-404A. The Y-1 was created to intercept tactical ballistic missiles when they are in the powered boost flight stage. In recent times, there has been a project called the Tactical Airborne Laser System with Lockheed Martin, which plans to install a laser weapon on a fighter plane by 2023. Now, let's discuss a fascinating advancement called the Self-Protected High-Energy Laser Demonstration, also known as a SHIELD. This project is a partnership between Lockheed Martin, Boeing, and Raytheon Technologies. It is a laser weapon, and the concept for it began in 2017 when these three defense businesses received a contract to develop it. Their primary objective was to create a laser weapon that could be used on fighter jets for the Air Force. Northrop Grumman was responsible for ensuring the weapon's beam control system functioned properly, while Boeing managed the pod subsystem, which transports various components from Northrop Grumman and Lockheed Martin and attaches them beneath the aircraft. Lockheed Martin was in charge of the key component, the laser itself, which they called LANCE, an acronym for Laser Advancements for Next Generation Compact Settings. The Air Force provided Lockheed Martin with $26. $3 million to develop LANCE due to the company's extensive experience in laser weapon development over the past 4 decades. Their expertise in key areas such as precision pointing and control, line of sight stabilization, and adaptive optics made them the ideal choice to develop the crucial component of the SHIELD laser weapon. On July 11, 2022, they revealed that they had covertly sent LANCE to the Air Force 5 months ahead of schedule, before its expected arrival in February 2022. The company also stated that LANCE utilizes technical components from internal research and development initiatives, such as the Army's Electric Laser Initiative, known as the RELIEF program. This suggests that LANCE might be either a 60,000-watt laser weapon or a larger variant of it. As per Tyler Griffin, an executive at Lockheed Martin, LANCE is the smallest and lightest high-energy laser in its power class that the business has ever constructed. Currently, it is unclear which aircraft LANCE is meant to be used on. Lockheed Martin, however, has published concept art that displays the pod being deployed by an F-16 fighter jet, suggesting that the fighter is a probable choice. Another possible combatant that might be utilized is the 6th generation fighter, currently being developed as part of the Next Generation Air Dominant program in the United States. Because of the fighter jet's extremely high power output, it could potentially be the top choice for utilizing SHIELD. There is evidence that both Lockheed Martin and Northrop Grumman have unveiled another idea for the 6th generation aircraft. Regarding the Northrop Grumman design and idea, the fighter employed a laser shot to eliminate an airborne danger. While the idea from Lockheed Martin does not display a comparable laser shot, it did have enough similarities with the ideas from Northrop Grumman. This suggests that the artworks from both businesses just concentrate on different aspects, but do showcase the same fighter with the same qualities, which include a stealthy design and superior internal armaments, among other things. Aerial laser weapons have the potential to bring an end to conflicts, the development of kinetic weapons, and the ongoing battle between the US and China, with one country finally surpassing the other. However, this event will not happen without significantly challenging competition, as the United States does not accept failure, and China is not satisfied with being in second place. Thank you for viewing. While you're still here, please click on the link displayed on your screen to view another one of our captivating videos. See you at that location. Shut.